Well, it's the last day of school here at the legislature. These big marble halls at Queen's Park will soon be empty, and that's because MPPs are taking off a week early for their long Christmas break. It's probably not a minute too soon for the Ford government. It's been dealing with all sorts of controversy. But before MPPs could get their holiday underway, they had a visitor to Queen's Park, Mayor Tory. What are you going to talk about this, Mayor? It was the mayor's first meeting with Premier Ford since Toronto's municipal election, and there was lots to talk about. Are you worried about the Premier blowing up waterfront Toronto, Mr. Mayor? Everything from the future of Ontario Place to the uploading of the subway to the possibility of sweeping changes to waterfront Toronto. We're
going to do the right thing for the people. As much as sometimes we may agree or disagree, we're in the same wavelength.
How did the meeting go once the cameras left? Tory didn't have much to say.
Good discussion, and thanks, Mark. We'll talk to you, I'm sure, in the next couple of days. Well, exactly what we said going in. Good discussion.
Meantime, the Ford government was pressed on major news regarding Hydro One. U.S. regulators blocked its takeover of a utility called Avista because of Ford ousting the Hydro One CEO. The regulator said this was evidence that the province was willing to put politics ahead of shareholder interests. This could result in a kill fee of more than $100 million.
It's not an accepted outcome that there's a fee to be incurred.
It's not just about the CEO. It's about the level of interference. It's about the board being the board going. It's about trying to get somebody put in place, another job for another one of his friends.
Is he going to handpick someone, you think?
100%.
Does the Premier have a preferred candidate for Hydro One CEO?
We've left that decision in the hands of a renewed leadership.
Well, Doug Ford's first session at the legislature has been marked with terrible decorum, big fights in the House. It's been way worse than what we saw with Premier McGuinty, way worse than what we saw with, well, maybe not quite as bad as the Harris years, but it's been bad. In fact, just the other day, we think an F-bomb was lobbed across the aisle.
Discrimination and the outright promotion of hate. This Sunday...
It seems like the discourse is getting worse. Did you hear a government minister lob the F-bomb across the aisle the other day?
Here?
Yes.
No, absolutely not. No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
We heard what we thought was an F-bomb lobbed across the aisle the other day. How did you feel it went?
I'm not aware of that happening, but look, it's been a long session.
I'm going to call on all MPPs from all parties to come back in the next sitting in the new year and to treat this House with respect.
MPPs are on their Christmas break for 2 whole months. The legislature won't be back in session until after the Family Day long weekend, though I'm told to expect lots of announcements from the Premier between now and then. Richard Southern, City News.